Things are going very well here at the port. But I'm still waiting for something to happen. Whatever that something is, it's going to happen, I'm sure. Let's go and kick some balls. Hello and welcome back to Rodney Parade, Newport. And if you are a first-time visitor here, then why not subscribe, like, watch and comment and help the channel to grow and help us to support the very worthwhile cause that you can see scrolling above. And if you've been following along, you will know that we were doing very, very well, and we are still doing very, very well this season, and we are currently in 6th place in the Premier League. We have played 10 and we have 20 points. And we can't ask for much more than that. And I'm still waiting for something to go wrong, as I am sure it is about to. If you were with us last time, you saw us beating Norwich and thumping by 4-1, which we thoroughly deserved. And then we followed that with an away trip to Everton. And an absolutely stunning performance. Everton have a very good top form. Our game plan was about controlling their front four. But we have Jan Rita, who put us ahead in the first minute. And we never looked back really from there. Everton dominated the game. We had to be very good at the back to control them, and eventually Relegation did equalise, but it was just a blip because we were in control of the game. And whilst they did have most of the game in the second half, we did have Jan Rita, and Jan Rita, what a goal. He just drove that into the top corner, and we won that game. I think, even though we didn't have the possession, I think we had the better striker and we deserved to win. And we followed that with a home game against Fulham. It was a very dull game. Fulham gave as good as they got, but when Baye hit the crossbar, McNeil was on hand to put the ball into the net just on the stroke of half-time. And Fulham, suffering in the relegation area, pressed very, very hard in the second half, created a number of good chances. Balcom making a very good save there, showing why he's in contention for the England job. And then much later, again, they had chance after chance and a brilliant shot hitting the crossbar. But we managed to hold on and beat them by 1-0. And again, a fabulous result. And then there was an almost highlightless game. Is that a word? Highlightless? A game with no highlights against Southampton. And then we beat Leicester, a 5-1 thumping in the Carabao Cup. We totally dominated that game. But against Manchester United, I'm afraid I made an error. I gave Manchester United far too much kudos and too much respect. And I didn't play very attacking. They caught us out very early on when Dalot found Jadon Sancho and Rashford hit it in at the far post. With just 5 minutes gone, they were 1-0 up, but they never really threatened us at all after that. But unfortunately, once I realised the mistake I made and we started attacking, we never gave ourselves enough time. And James had a real chance to equalise, but didn't do very well, I'm afraid. And so we suffered our first defeat in a long time to Manchester United. And today we are playing at home to Brentford. These next 3 or 4 games are games we really must win, because we have tough games in Manchester City, Arsenal, Tottenham, all coming up in the month of December. But let's see who we're going to draw in the Carabao Cup 4th round. And here we are, and it's going to be Watford. So there is a good chance maybe that we can get to the Carabao Cup semi-finals this year. And what an opportunity that will be for Watford, and what an experience to get to the semi-finals. further than we've ever been before. So we're taking that a little bit more seriously now. And today, though, it's Brentford, a game we also have to take very seriously. They are in 16th place and struggling, and we really need to take advantage of this. At the back, we have Garcia, Mercado, Maras, Linz Foster, Bilen, James and Rita in midfield, with Trod, McNeil and Baije up front. Oh, very good Chinese striker. We're hoping for some big things from him today. He's been a bit quiet of late, Baije, but let's hope today, playing as the advanced forward, that he can get himself onto the score sheet. I'd like to think we can win this game fairly comfortably, but you never know with Football Manager exactly how things are going to work out. So the game is underway. We are very much attacking. We're not going to repeat the mistake of Manchester United here. We are going at them. And we're going to try and win this game right from the off. And that's a great tackle. And finds its way to Trod. Trod, he's looking inside for McNeil. McNeil is through and McNeil has scored. And we are 1-0 up in the first 6 minutes. And I'm not sure who made that tackle, but what an absolutely brilliant tackle, which set up, it was Linz Foster, and set up Trod's vision then to find McNeil, and McNeil was through, and he hasn't scored in a while, so it's good to see McNeil getting on the score sheet. We are away, and it's Newport 1, Brentford 0, and we're just going to continue attacking them, and we are in control of the game and looking good. And Baije, he flings in a corner, and that's just headed over the bar. And that was an opportunity to go 2-0 up. We are now in third on 23 points. This is a great season, and maybe I was wrong to doubt the boys, but I don't think so. I'm still waiting for something to go wrong. But it doesn't seem to be at the moment. So we come off the press now just before half-time and let the boys have a little bit of a rest. As Baije, he swings in the corner again, and Mercado has headed in at the near post. It is now Newport 2, Brentford 0. I would say game over, but FM might have something else to say. And lovely header at the front post from Mercado, who's becoming a very, very good centre-back. He's still very young. He's developing, and his attributes are growing week by week. He is becoming a very, very good centre-back, that boy. And with him and the acquisition we've made of Kerr Smith this season, we look set for the future. Maras, of course, is 32 years old. We need his experience at the moment. But with the two young boys we have alongside him, we are set in that department for a long time to come. And the second half is a bit dire. There's not a lot going on here. We're going to make some changes here. And we'll bring on Vitek to partner Rita in midfield. We've had some complaints about Vitek that we're not playing him enough, but we've warded those off for the time being. But here come Brentford. They have a corner, and that's headed just over the bar. We do need to be careful. We can't take Brentford for granted, and the boys are just seeing this game out. We're not pressing too much, and we're just going to see this game out. We're just like 2-0 up with just a few minutes to go, and even if they get one back, it's no big deal. They have a free kick, which looks like they've made a complete mess of, and that will show why they are in the relegation area. But they're still coming forward, and that's intercepted. Vitek finds McNeil. Are we going to score before the end? No, that's a poor pass. And that's back to the Brentford goalkeeper, who hoofs it up the pitch. And there's a bit of a strange highlight going on here, where everybody is losing possession right at the end. But it's Newport coming forward. And here is Soppy. Soppy looks inside for McNeil. McNeil, he finds Vitek, who is robbed. And here come Brentford, and they are forcing play up the left. Can he get across it? He looks to get to the byline. Here comes the lofted cross, and that's dealt with, but they still have the ball, and it's gone harmlessly. That was a poor shot, which sliced off the outside of his foot. It's still Newport 2, Brentford 0 as we come up to the final whistle. And another good result. And all I can say to them is I'm very, very pleased with how you've done. And we must keep going with this, especially as December. We have some very, very tough fixtures coming up all in a row. But you can see we're in third. We are 23 points from 11 games. If you'd offered me that at the start of the season, I'd have bitten your hand off for it. And we're ahead of Manchester United, Tottenham, Arsenal and Chelsea. And we're doing very, very well this season. And maybe my friends were right and I was the one who was wrong. And looking at the schedule that's coming up, Aston Villa, Watford, West Ham, all winnable games. We have Manchester City then with Leicester, Arsenal, Tottenham, Everton, Chelsea. They're all difficult games that we have coming up in December. We need to maximise points in November, in the 4 games that we have in November, so that we are clear of any problems that we might have with results in December. And they're not going to really matter if we lose to the Big Six. And I think what we'll do is we'll come back for Watford in the quarter-final of the Carabao Cup, and then we'll show the Arsenal game, and that will be a marker of how much, if anything, this team has improved, or whether just fixtures have been very kind to us in the first half of the season. I'd be looking for a good performance against Arsenal. I can't see us winning it, but just if we put up a good show, that will be something very special. And that's it for this video. We are in third and currently doing very, very well, better than we've expected to have done. And if you are new, then hit that subscribe button, like, watch, comment, and help the channel to grow. And come and support Newport as we continue our journey into the unknown on the road to possible glory. And all that remains to be said now is we will see you at home to Watford in the Carabao Cup quarter-final.